We're here at the Kirkland Arts Center in Clinton, New York. Today we are hanging with a talented young man, Michael. Is it Peckham? Yep. And Michael is a 24-year-old writer and illustrator of comic books and a creator of a web comic site. So tell us, Michael, how did you get started in comic book writing and illustrating?
It was something I've always been interested in as a kid. I always liked watching superhero TV shows, cartoons, and for a long time I just did it for fun, but I guess when I was about 18, the right comic hit me at the right time, and it's just something I decided I wanted to do, and I wasn't concerned about if someone was saying it was practical or not, and I just focused on that.
Okay.
So what is a typical day like for you?
So I do have a day job currently, but I try to draw every day, and usually I'm giving it, if I have to work an hour or two, and I have one of my series is ongoing, so I'm usually trying to knock away a page or two of that every night. But on days that I have off, I try to do a couple extra, unless I'm doing something more like aligned with the printing process or working with someone on another project. But a lot of drawing involved.
And what kind of materials do you use? What kind of do you use? Pencils, oils.
I try to stay really traditional. So in the industry right now, there's a lot of people switching over to just doing everything on the computer. I will scan all my work in and I do adjust things on Photoshop, but I try to stay as traditional as possible. So I use pretty much normal pencils and kneaded erasers, and then I go over all the pencils in ink. And I do use a brush and inkwell as well as pens, and the pens have all different sizes so I can change the line weight. But pretty average, just normal drawing stuff, as traditional as possible.
Very good. What kinds of comics influenced you?
So it's kind of changed a lot over the years. Initially it was superhero comics. I love Batman. And then as I got a little bit older, I was getting into manga or Japanese comics.
Okay.
A lot of those, which I think definitely gave me a lot of inspiration. They're very impactful and motivating. They're always going nuts over something. And wow. I like how those are in black and white, and they really show off the line work a lot. So for someone who draws a lot, they're especially entertaining. And then now I kind of read whatever I can, and if there's an artist that I think's really good at what they're doing, I'll pick it up because I like that guy. Or if there's someone who writes really well, I'll follow him. So
cool.
That kind of thing.
Are you a Comic Con geek?
I try to go to as many as I can, but I haven't gone to too many just as a spectator. I went to New York Comic Con a couple times.
You did? Yeah. Oh, you lucky boy. He's been to New York.
It's pretty crazy. A lot of people dressed up like pretty much everybody. Even some really huge costumes, like giant robot people.
Yeah. Nice.
But around here, there's certain ones picking up. I'm going to be at one on the 22nd and the 23rd of April.
Yay! Yep. We will see you there. We're going.
I'll be there too.
Good.
And I'll have all my new work and my old work, and there should be some other people I know there. A lot of good people there.
Oh, good. I was going to ask you if you were going to go. Do you need to research, like a fictional novelist, say, to do your writing?
I do a lot of my writing based on things that I'm thinking about, but I do try to do a lot of research on specific stuff that I might be basing something else on. Like my main character in my current series is, so she's not technically Native American because it's like more of a fantasy world, but she's heavily inspired by Native American stuff. So with her, I was looking at certain, some of their artwork and their clothes and stuff like that. Those types of things. I try to like loosely base things off of certain cultures maybe, but I don't get too in-depth with the research like someone might.
So tell us about your webcomic. What is that?
So my current comic is called Beast Hunter, and it was following my last series, Ouroboros, which I had printed off of, well, I didn't print it off of Kickstarter, but I made a Kickstarter project, got off the ground, and then I released it all at once. And after I did that, it was cool because it was successful, but then I didn't like the idea of, I couldn't really keep pushing it because it was done with. So I wanted to do a series that was continuous. And that's where Beast Hunter comes in. And I designed it so there'd be a chapter every week that I would be able to print out in little comics if I wanted to. But the main goal was to have it very accessible on the web. So every week or so, I put up a new chapter. They're usually about 3 pages long, and it just continues the story. It's pretty easy to read on Instagram, Facebook, but they're always on my website too. It'll probably be somewhere, but it's basically mrpeckham.com. And yeah, I just wanted it to be I wanted to come out as often as possible, and I wanted it to be as easy as possible for everyone to read. So that's,
good. So you're teaching here at the center. So how is that? Do you have a large class? What age range?
This current class is pretty small, but this is the 3rd time I've done a class like this, so it kind of changes each time. This one, I actually have 1 high school student. The last one I had about 3, mostly middle school students, I think. And the one before that was all mixed, and that one was a little bit bigger. But yeah.
You just start with the basics and kind of...
I try to go through everything they need to know and walk them through the whole process. So we start with making a character, and we storyboard a story, and from there it's basically just finishing the story, just doing like 2 or 3 pages, penciling, inking, and then at the end I print them out, a little comic.
Oh, cool. So tell us what's coming up next for you. Are you doing more teaching? Are you're doing you wrote a new book?
Yeah, so Beast Hunter is usually in black and white online, and my friend Thomas Splendorio had colored it for me, and we printed it into an actual full-size comic book.
Wonderful.
So that's something I'm focusing on right now, getting that out to people. And I've launched a Patreon page, which is kind of a way for people to keep following your work. And in this situation specifically, I set it up so people could subscribe to my work.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so if they sign up, they'll get the first issue. And then in the following months, they'll get either updates or the following issues or other art books I might be working on.
Okay. And where can we find you? Now, have you done other books, or is this your...
This would be my second really printed book, I'd say. So there was another one called Ouroboros, which was like a science fiction. There's 3 issues to that, but it's all done. It's just a short series. And
can someone get that if they want it?
There are still copies left. I'm running out. But I'll probably do another printing when I run out.
Okay. Well, guys, I have had so much fun hanging with Michael Peckham today. Don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment, and let us know what you think of today's show and our guests. You can also check our guest link below. Remember to subscribe and log in and stay tuned to see who we're hanging with next. Bye.